Did you ever wonder why Alaska belongs to the United States? Why doesn't it belong to Canada? According to its geographical location, it would seem natural to have Alaska as a part of Canada. You will get the answers to these questions and many more like them by the end of the following video. Now that you know what you'll be shown, let's begin. Starting at the beginning, Alaska's area of the North Pacific was little known in the 18th century, though there are many legends of settlement there starting as early as 1648. There isn't anything that proves these legends are true, although. True known settlement was recorded in 1741 when Vitus Bering, a Russian explorer, stumbled upon Alaska and founded it in Russia's name. Russia did a minimal amount of trading with the Alaskan natives or Inuit people. Some of the things they traded were furs and whale oil. Even with this, the Russians didn't seem to care about their newly claimed territory or the people in it. To Russia, owning Alaska was just a way to make them seem more powerful in the world. During this time, Russia realized that the British were also trying to gain more power in the world. At that time, they were the leaders of what was then called the Dominion of Canada. The Dominion owned a large and successful trading co. called the Hudson Bay Company, or HBC for short. It was trading quite a bit with the local Inuit people from Alaska. In fact, Britain's forked Yukon was actually stationed far into Russia's territory. Luckily for Britain, the Russians didn't care. Russians certainly did notice, though, after a while, because Russia was actually losing money to HBC. When Russia realized this, they knew that there was only one thing left to do: sell their territory to a different country. They knew of only one who might accept it: the United States of America. Alaska became of interest to the USA in the early 1800s due to its amazing and awe-inspiring landscape, plus its resources. The USA was especially intrigued by the fact that Russia was barely doing anything with the land, so they thought it would be very simple to have Russia sell Alaska to them. That, of course, never happened until 1862, when Alaska was scared of the British invading, so they accepted the offer of being bought. The USA, however, was in the middle of a civil war, so they couldn't buy or sell anything during that time. Nothing involving the sale was done until 1867, when Secretary of State William Seward accepted Russia's acceptance of the proposal, and Alaska was officially made the property of the USA for $7.2 million in gold. You may ask where the Hudson Bay Company was in all of this. They were continuing to trade with the natives of Alaska the entire time. When the USA discovered that Fort Yukon, aka Hudson Bay Company, was trading with Alaska beyond the Dominion's border, they told the HBC to vacate. But what did the USA do when they had finally gotten through all the paperwork? They left Alaska with no civilization from the US for 30 years. Later in that 30-year period, many people of the United States began mocking the sale, calling it Seward's folly, or William Seward, the Secretary of State's joke. Their thoughts changed, however, when gold was found in both the Yukon and certain parts of Alaska. Soon, the Seward's Folly name was dropped, and life continued in Alaska. It wasn't so easy for HBC after that. America began trading more and more with the same native colonies that HBC was trading with, meaning that HBC was slowly decreasing in income. Eventually, HBC gave up dealing with Alaska and moved off American territory. Now, a very good question to pose as a result of Alaska's history is, why wouldn't Alaska be a part of Canada? According to its geographical location of the state/territory, it would seem natural to have Alaska as a province in Canada. There are two possible reasons why Canada didn't place a bid. First of all, Canada hadn't become a country yet. Canada did not become a country until 1867, the same year as the official sale of Alaska. Canada, however, still technically would have had a chance to make a bid for the territory, but never did. Secondly, they didn't have enough money due to a bigger project they were negotiating. This was the project to make British Columbia join Canada. It started with the Dominion of Canada in 1867, shortly after becoming a country. Canada already had 4 provinces: New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Upper and Lower Canada, or Ontario and Quebec. British Columbia was being persuaded to join Canada but refused the offer. The leaders of BC would only consider joining Canada if they built a railway from one side of the country to their location on the Pacific coast. Canada was desperate for new provinces and could see the economic benefits of having a railway that stretched across the country, though there would be a great cost and it would be a long-term project. In the end, British Columbia became a part of Canada in 1871. This was one of the many reasons that Canada couldn't become a bidder in the sale of Alaska. Throughout this video, we have learned the reasons why Alaska did not become a part of the country Canada. In spite of its ideal geographical location and the fact that Canada has great trading relation with the Alaskan natives, they chose not to bid in 1867 due to the preoccupation of becoming its own larger country. This involved the hope of having British Columbia join the country and the financial debt of building such a large railway. Regardless of the fact that Alaska is owned by the USA, it is still a wonderful neighbor to Canada, connected by history and trading and rich in resources.